Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're in the shop, and you guys can probably already tell we have ourselves a full house. First of which, we have an old customer came in, and we just got a few jobs that need to be done, so we're getting those knocked out for him. It's coming along really well. Today's video, guys, as you can probably tell from the title, I can honestly understand why Nissan charges so much, and Nissan doesn't even go to this extent. Nissan probably won't even touch a car like this, so it's just crazy to think how much they're asking for a restoration service. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool, it's pretty extensive. For that price, it better be good, right? I'm gonna be full out honest with you guys. I'm pretty sure I'm going way further than Nissan ever would. And I mean, hey, if you guys want to pay me 500 grand to build yourself a car, by all means, I'm open. But I am not Nissan, guys. You know that I'm just a single dude out here trying to restore his JDM dream car, man. So today we're gonna dive right into the content, guys. I've been busting my ass for a week straight, putting non-stop work. Well, okay, not non-stop. I've been kind of diving around, but I've been working so hard on this car, guys. What you guys are about to watch is a montage of work being done, working all around the car. Some pretty cool repairs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below as you watch it. But man, I am so excited with how this car is coming out. It is looking absolutely beautiful. Working on a lot of little detail spots today, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys at the end. You've got to be... Dude. Now comes the time to apply some 2K direct to metal epoxy primer inside of the frame rail to make sure that this thing should last us a lifetime of rust-free living. With that all said and done, it's now finally time to get this all sealed back up with the outer skin. So we got it all tacked in place how we want it. Last thing left to do is final weld it, dress everything up, and move on to the next thing. For those that are curious at home, I'm actually using just a basic electric die grinder with a 36 grit sanding disc on it to clean these welds up. It does a very nice job. However, you do have to be careful because you'll blow through the metal really quick if you don't focus it in the right spots. The outer skin all fully dressed up, looking great. It's now time to address these corner areas. So first things first, I have a little spot to go ahead and final weld. Once that's taken care of, you guys are going to see we just apply some copper weld through primer, which by the way, you guys are missing out if you're not using copper weld through. That is the best weld through primer to use. Trust me, I've used it all. This one welds the best. You get the best results. It holds up the best. Check it out. Sometimes after you dress your welds once, you will have to go back and weld up any opening areas or spots that you just aren't happy with afterwards, but that's not a problem at all. Like I said, as long as you're very careful and mindful about how you do your grinding and finishing, you will have no issues going back over everything and welding things up finally to a point where you're happy. I gotta say, it's extremely rewarding to see this area of the car looking as it does right now, considering how bad it was when we started. With the wheel well about 95% complete, we're gonna move on to this lower side rocker.
Say you're
Now, removing the spare tire hold down was one of those moments where I really had to think to myself, is this worth it? But let's be real, guys, it's always worth it. Came out great. At this point in time, I figured it was a great time to go ahead and finish up all of the final plug welds that need to be done in this rear portion to tie in the new frame rail, the floor, and the outer, I guess you want to call them the strut towers in the rear. So tying all those pieces together was one of the last parts to do in the rear portion here. As you guys can see, those 3 spot welds are what kind of tie everything together. So final cleanup is commenced. The only issue I had was being able to fit a tool in the lower portion. You guys might be able to see in the center of your screen, the SL stamped right there underneath. I was having trouble to get those spot welds. So I think I'm gonna have to find myself a mini belt sander or get the Dremel out to clean up and dress that area of the welds. But all in all, let's be real, that's the last of my worries at the moment. That's gonna all get covered anyway, but I'm still gonna go ahead and do it. So all in all, I'm very pleased with how things are coming. Hope you guys are liking it too. So with the first round of welding and dressing complete, I went over everything again. Any area that I was not fully satisfied with, we went ahead and touched up with another set of welds. After that's all taken care of, you guys know the deal, dress those all up again, and at that point, we got ourselves a product that we're very happy with. Well, we made it to the last repair of today's video. You guys can see this spot was hiding a good amount of rust. I was able to see it from the outside of the frame rail looking in. However, I was not able to get a good method to get everything cleaned up. And the only way to do it, you guys know, is to dissect it, clean it up the right way, and put it all back together properly, all clean and brand new. And that's exactly what we did. All right, so we made it to the end. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Some really cool stuff being repaired, being fixed, replaced, and just kind of buttoned up in general. So a lot of welding, a lot of final welding. All that you guys saw, that content started off as about like 4.5 hours worth of raw footage, and I condensed that all into about 8 minutes. So it just goes to show you, and I didn't really film everything. I mean, maybe 10% of everything I filmed. It's just so hard to pick the camera up. I mean, being a one-man, I just wish I had someone here to help me film, because man, it really would create some cool content, I feel like, and it would just allow me to work and focus on the work. But hey, look, it is what it is. I'm doing the best I can. So we're just gonna walk around really quick. I know you guys just saw me do all the work, but let me kind of walk you through everything now that we're done. And it's looking pretty sweet. So you guys may have noticed I have yet to kind of put my little square hole in yet. I was gonna use my Dremel, but the actual cutting disc that I have for my Dremel is a little bit too big, and it would just cause a little damage on the outers, you know, apart from what I need. And it's just not the right tool for the job. So I need to find this little smaller wheel or figure out a nice clean way of just chopping out this tiny little square, because it does need to be a square, so that's fun. Guys, the trunk is done. I mean, the trunk is fully done. Actually, there's one weld I need to do right here, so I can't say that it's done, but I did forget that one little spot. But all in all, I mean, the frame rails, you guys know, these are brand new frame rails that got welded in. I welded them in, and they look I mean, you can't even tell. It looks so good. You can just kind of see like the grinding marks, but like as far as the feel, it's just the only thing you guys are seeing is just the fact that it's just different grinding marks. The metal itself is beautifully flush. You cannot feel any of this. All these spot weld areas came out absolutely beautiful. Really stoked on it. And as you guys maybe remember, so many parts replaced, chopped out. So this was here. So yeah, you guys can kind of see, I mean, it was just little things that needed to be knocked out, but man, they look so great now. Brand new. So really happy. And I know this is just extremely thorough and detailed, but I appreciate you guys watching. I know that you guys are still, the ones that are still watching, I know that are super interested in this stuff, just like me. I mean, I could talk all day and go through all this stuff that just in this area alone, so much has been done, guys. But look, I'm not gonna walk you guys through all of it again. If you've been watching the content, you know exactly what's been happening. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy to think about. So the trunk kind of being done, it's not done, but like majority of it is. Next video, we should see some primer go down, which is extremely exciting. You guys saw this little spot that came out really good. Only thing I need to do to complete this area is replace this piece right here, because I believe this was what was there, and you can see rust is to a minimum. So that obviously was not gonna cut it, so we had to replace that. We're gonna go ahead and remake and rebuild that. But as far as that's concerned, that should kind of complete the rear end of the car. Okay, I lied, still gotta do the wheel arch. This whole wheel arch, I have to remake it. You guys also saw we kind of completed and cleaned up our lower rocker. Obviously, you guys know I rebuilt this entire rear portion of the rocker, entire rear portion, and it's fitting up and looking absolutely awesome. So as we come into the car now, you guys just saw we finished up with this little spot here on the inside. Have yet to do all my little plug welds along the frame rail area. I'll knock those out, don't you guys worry. But as far as this video today, we got that whole spot cleaned up, repaired, just looking, man, it's great. It's really good. So that spot was like the last part of the frame rail rust. If you guys recall, obviously the whole front part of the frame rail that we did, that got sealed up. This part back here was non-accessible, so that's why I had to go ahead and chop it from the back and then remove it. And as you guys saw, there was quite a good amount of rust hiding in there, but we were able to clean everything up, all the surrounding areas as well, all the rust bleed, we got that all taken care of. There is no more in that area, and it's brand new. There's so much that I probably have not told you guys, or I'm just not thinking about it right now, because it's just endless. You guys know, it's just endless amounts of work that's going into this car, and I'm really pleased with the results and the progress. And it's honestly, it's kind of cool to think that I'm almost at like the tail end of it all, at least like the metal fabrication part of it. Once that's complete, man, this thing's gonna start going together, and at that point, it's gonna be pretty damn exciting. I'm really looking forward to getting the motor installed, the drivetrain, I mean everything. It's just gonna be an absolute blast. So, looking forward to that day. I tell you what, man, I am just trying to stay positive, man. I've been better. You guys know it's been a journey, and I'm just trying to keep my head down and focus every day and get this car done, and then hopefully it can provide me some business, and maybe I can hopefully, you know, make some money doing this and help keeping GTRs and Skylines on the road as opposed to scrapping them or whatever. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I appreciate you guys for sticking around and hearing me ramble in the last 5 minutes, whatever this has been at the end. But again, I really do appreciate you guys for being patient with the content. You guys know I'm hustling, I'm grinding. If you guys want to see more kind of daily uploaded content, just follow me on Instagram. My link is down below at Calvin Malley. You guys can kind of see like some daily uploads and some updates on there. So the heater's about to kick on. I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.